Guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 2-1 of May-June 2018. Let's move on to question number 1. Here we have, use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram. So as you can see, everything is shaded except these two. So we can write P union Q and then prime outside of these two. So that will be your answer for part A. Now for part B, we have, this is the set from 1 to 12. That's the universal set. Now we have A is a factor of 12. So let's find out. So what is a set of this A? A can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, 4, 6, and 12. That will be the answers for A. Now for B, it is a multiple of 2. It can be 2, 4, 6, so basically all the even numbers, right? So that will be the set of B. And C will be all the square numbers. It is 1, 4, 9, and that's it. So we will have set A and B and C, which is these, and we have the universal set. Now part 1, show this information in the Venn diagram below. So what is the same for all three? As we can see, they all have number 4. 4 is common in all 3 sets. Now next one, what is common between A and C? A and C has 1 in common here. That'll be 1, and C will have 9 over here. And here we will have, what is common between B and C? Nothing, so that will be empty. And what is common between A and B? So A and B has 2 in common. They have 6 is common and 12. So they have 3 members common. Okay, so what's remaining in A? So here we have 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6, 12. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 12. So only 3 remains. How about B? Here we have 2. So 2, 4, 6, 12. So remaining will be 8 and 10. Right, so what is outside? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 numbers will be outside. It will be 5, 7, and 11. So these 3 numbers will be outside because they are not inside of these sets. Now moving on to part 2. Find the number of A intersection B. That will be this set here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your answer is 4. Now for part 2, number of A intersection B union C prime. So let's first do this one. What is B union C prime? So B union C prime will be outside of these two, and then A intersection will be only this one. So your answer will be only 1, which is 3. Now the last one. One subset of the Venn diagram in part B1 has no elements. This has no elements, as you can see, has no elements here. Use set notation to describe this subset. So how do you describe this subset? This is B intersection with C, right? This way. B intersection with C, but also intersecting with outside of A. It is outside of A. So this is this set. So let's write this down. It will be B intersection C intersecting outside of A. So let's try it again. So B intersecting C will be this big one. Outside of A will be this one. That is your answer for part 4. Now question part C. We have to write this number as a product of its prime factors. So step by step, first thing you have to find the prime numbers. Divide by 2, we have 270. Divide by 2, we have 1. That will be 3, 5. Divide by 5, we will have 2, 7. Divide by 3, 9, 3, and 3. So which means 540 is equal to 2 power 2 times 3 power 3 times 5. This will be your answer for this one. And now part 2, p is the smallest possible integer such that this is a square number. Find this, giving your answer as a product of its prime factors. So first thing, let's find p. What can be p? So we have 540 equal to 2 power 2 times 3 power 3 times 5. So to make this a square number, we have to make sure that the power are even. So by what can we multiply this so the power becomes even? So this one is okay. This one is 2 already. This one is 3, so we have to times 3 to make it 4, times 5 to make it 2. So this will be the value of p. And if you multiply this by this, what do you have? 540 times p, you will have 2 power 2 times 3 power 4 times 5 power 2. Now this is not over. It says find this one. Find the square root of 540p, which is square root of this. 2 power 2 times 3 power 4 times 5 power 2. Giving your answer as a product of its prime factors. So square root is power of half, as you know. Simplify, you will get 2 times 3 power 2 times 5. So your answer will be 2 times 3 power 2 times 5 will be your answer for part 2. And this is question number 1. Question number 2, part A. Sammy invests. So when you say invest, this will be the principal P in an account paying compound interest at the rate of 1.8% per year. Now, calculate the total interest paid to Sammy after 3 years. So this is N for a number of years. So we can first find the amount. So what is the amount he has after 3 years? It will be P 1 plus rate power N. So P is 2,000. 1 plus rate will be 1.8%, which is this, times number of years will be 3. So let's use our calculator to find the answer. So let's do the inside first. We have 1 plus 1.8 divided by 100 power 3 times 2,000. You will have 2109.95566. So this is the amount that he will have after 3 years. So what is the interest? Interest will be this amount minus the initial investment, which is $2,000. So he will have receive an interest of 109.95566. So let's write your answer correct to the nearest cent. That'll be 109.96. This is the interest he received over 3 years. Now for part B, Teresa takes out a loan. She repays the loan over 1 year. 1 year is 12 months, right? At the rate of $54 per month. So 1 month she pays $54. It means that in 1 year, which is 12 months, he pays 54 times 12. That will be what? Let's find out. So 54 times 12, that will be 648. So she repays 648 in 1 year. Now it says that the total that she repays is 8% greater than the value of the loan. Find the value of the loan. So this is 8% greater. So it means that this will be 18% equal to this. So we have to find 100%. So we have to do this divided by this times 100. So let's use our calculator here. So 648 divided by 108 times 100, that will be 600. So that will be your answer for part B. And that is question number 2. Moving on to question number 3, part A. We have to solve this equation. So what is the value of P? So first thing first, expand the brackets. So 4 times P is 4P. That will be minus 12, and we have 2P plus 7. So we have to first send P on one side and send all the constant on the other side. So here we'll have 4P minus 2P equal to 7 plus 12. This will be 2P equal to 19. So P equal to 19 divided by 2. This is your answer, 19 divided by 2. So if you want to simplify, you can do this as well. So that will be about 9.5. You can write 9.5 over this. It's the same answer. Okay, now part B, solve the simultaneous equation. So here we have y. So we can make y the subject of formula. So we have y equal to, we send this over here, we send this on this side. It becomes 2x minus 5. Now we replace y in this second equation. That will be 7x plus 2y. Y is equal to this. So now it is easy. We just have to expand and simplify. So 7x plus, that is 4x, minus 10, that will be 1. So 7x plus 4x, that will be 11x. And this will be over here, that is 1 plus 10, that will be 11. So x will be 11 divided by 11, that will be 1. So what is the value of y? Y will be 2 times 1 minus 5, which is 2 minus 5, that will be minus 3. So x is 1 and y is minus 3. So you can also solve this by elimination, but this one was just easier with substitution. That is part B. Now moving on to part C. Here we have simplified this fraction. So let's look at one by one. The top is m squared plus 3m. So what is common? M is common. We take m out, we have m plus 3 remaining inside. So that's the top one. How about this one? 2m squared plus 5m minus 3. So let's factorize this one. So what is 2m squared? 2m squared is 2m times m. Now 3. 3 has factors 1 times 3. So how can we make this 1 times 3 to be equal to 5? So we can do this. It is plus 5 minus 3. So here it is minus sign. So you have to be this one. 3 is here and 1 is here. It has to be plus 6 minus 1. So the way to check this is 2m times 3, that will be 6m, minus 1m, that will be plus 5, and the sign here is negative, so minus times plus, it should be negative. So this is good. So now I'll go back and replace in this equation. We have m plus 3 divided by 2m minus 1 times m plus 3. So that's cancelled out. Remaining will be m over m minus 1. This is your answer for part C, 2m minus 1. Now part D, we have b is directly proportional to the cube of a. So b is directly proportional to the cube of a, which means b is equal to k, which is a constant, times a cube. Now when b equal to 4, a equal to 2. So b equal to 4, a equal to 2. Find the value of k. K will be b divided by a cube, which is 4 divided by 2 cube, which is 4 divided by 8. That will be half. So value of k is equal to half. So the equation is b is equal to half a cube. Now main question is to find the value of b when a is equal to 5. So b is equal to what? When a equal to 5. 5 times, so 5 to the power of 3. So we know that 5 times 5 times 5, this is 25, times 5 will be 125. So half of 125. Your answer will be 125 divided by 2. You can simplify if you want to. So 1, that will be 6.5. 62.5 will be your answer for B. And that is question number 3. On to question number 4. So 12 lettered tiles spelling the word trigonometry are placed in a bag. So we have all these letters in a bag. Part 1. A tile is taken at random from the bag. Find the chances that the tile shows the letter R. So how many R's do we have here? We have 1 R. We have 2 R's. So it will be 2 over 12 will be the chance. So that will be 1 over 6. Now for part B, it says all the tiles are placed back into the bag. So right now we have 12 tiles. a tile is taken at random and placed on the table. That's the first one. And then the second one is taken and placed on the right of the first one. And then the third one is placed on the right of the second one to get this word. So now, it says that find the chance that in order the tiles were placed on the table, they spell get. So we have to have G, E, T, right? So we have the word trigonometry. So T, R, I, G, O, N, O, M, E, T, R, Y. So how many G do we have? We have only one G. That's one G. How many E do we have? We have one E. And how many T we have? We have two T's, right? Trigonometry. Now, so what are the chances of the first one being a G? So we have 12 letters. If you want to take a G, you have one chance over 12 because we only have one. So now you take off the first one and the next one. So once you take off the first one, this goes away. So we have 11 letters remaining. So now what is the chance you have an E? It will be only 1 over 11 because we take off the G. So now take this off. And the last one, to have a T, what is the chance? We have two T's, so it will be 2 over 10 because we have 10 letters remaining. So let's simplify. We have 1, let's to use our calculator to make sure that everything is fine. So first one is 1 over 12 times 1 over 11 times 2 over 10. It will be, so 1 over 12 times 1 over 11 times 2 over 10. That will be 1 over 660. So this will be your answer for part B. 1 over 660. Now moving on to part C. It says vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, U. So we have 5 vowels. All the other letters are consonants. Okay, so all the 12 tiles are placed back into the bag. So we have tree, go, no, me, tree. That is the word that we have. So it says 2 tiles are taken at random without replacement. So how many vowels do we have here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. So let's say we have 4 vowels, and how many consonants? We have 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 consonants. Now complete the tree diagram. So for the first one to be a vowel, 4 over 12 makes sense. And for this one will be 8 over 12 because we have 8 consonants. Now if you take off, let's follow this one. If you take off 1 vowel, how much remains? 3 vowel and 8 consonants. This is for this branch. So vowel will be 3 over 11 and will be 8 over 11. Now forget about this now. Now if you take off 1 consonant, you will have 7 remaining and 4 vowels. So this one will be 4 over 11. This one will be 7 over 11. And this is your tree diagram for part 1. Now for part 2, find the chance that the tiles are both show vowels. It should be vowels and vowels. So it will be this and this. So 4 over 12 times 3 over 11. So let's simplify. This is 1, 3, 3, 1 will be 1 over 11. Your answer is 1 over 11. Now for part 2, find the chances that 1 tile shows a vowel and 1 shows a consonant. So it can be vowel and consonant or consonant and vowel. So vowel and consonant, it will be 4 over 12 times 8 over 11. So let's write that. Times 8 over 11. O is plus. Consonant or vowel, it will be this times this, which is 8 over 12 times 4 over 11. So let's use the calculator. The first one is 4 over 12 times 8 over 11. That will be 8 over 33 plus, then we have 8 over 12 times 4 over 11. So 8 over 12 times 4 over 11. That will be 8 over 33. So if you simplify that, what do you have? Times 2, that will be 16 over 33. And this is your answer for question part 3C. And this is question number 4. Moving on to question number 5. So here we have a sequence 1, 7, 13, 19, 25. We observe that every time there's a difference of 6, 6, 6, and 6. So we write down 6, and now it shows that the first term is equal to 1. If we replace n by 1, it will be 6, which is not the same as this. So how do you change this to this? You have to minus 5. So minus 5. This will become 6n minus 5. Now part 2, explain why this is not a term in this sequence. So let's find out. 6n minus 5, let's say equal to this. Let's find out if we can find an exact value of n for this or not. So n will be 256. N will be 256 divided by 6. 1. That will be 4. 1. That will be 2. 0, 4, and 6 times 7, 6 times 6, 36. So it is not exact. So as you can see, you can write down that 256 is not a factor of 6 as shown here. You can write that, or you can just write this is not a factor of this. So you have two options. You can show this to make your work valid. Okay, so that was part 2. Now moving on to part B. Here is another sequence. So we have 5, 8, 13, 20, 29. Now it says the pth term is this. So this is this pth term. So write down, you have to use this to write down this one. So we observe, this is term number 1, term number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So how do you get this? You have to p square something, and then we have to add or minus something. So let's find out. If it is the first term, it will be 1 square. That will be 1. How do you get minus 2? You have to minus 3. So you have to minus 3. So that's how you get this one. This will be part 1. Now part B. This one you can see it is kind of different. It has a difference of, here we have a difference of, so 7 plus, that is 5, 7 plus, so 12 plus 7, plus 9, and plus 11. So every time 2, 2, 2, as you can see. So we still have to use p square. We write down the first term. Let's write this down again. So the first term is 7, which is 1 for p square, plus how much? Plus 6 to get 7. The second term, it is 4 for p square, plus how much to get 12? That will be 4 plus 8 to get 12. Now for the third term, it will be 9 plus, that will be plus how much to get 19? It will be plus 10. And let's try this one. 4 square will be 16 plus 12 to get 28, and the last one is the fifth term. It will be 25 plus 14 to get 39. So as you can see, this one is the term square, term square, term square. This will be p square. And here, this one, you can see there's a common difference. So for 6, it is what? So in terms of p, it will be 2 times p is 1 plus 2. So as you can see, if you go to second term, it will be 2 times 4 will be 8, 3 times, so 3 replace here will be 3 plus 2 will be 5, 10, that will be 6, 12, 5, so it has to be 2p plus 2. So your answer will be p squared plus 2p plus 4. That is for part 2. Now for part C, the diagram below shows 3 patterns of a sequence. This becomes this, becomes this. Now, the patterns are made from short diagonal lines. So let's draw the pattern number 4. So as you can see, first one we only have 1, have 2, we have 3. So 4 will have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On both sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is 3, this will be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join all the points. And for this one, you have to join. So if it was 3, they have 2. So if it was 2, they have 3. 1, 2, so 3 in total. There you go. That's it for pattern 4. Now for this one, complete the table below for the number of short lines in pattern 4 and 5. So we observe to see what's happening. Here we have 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 6, so 4 will have times 7, and 5 will have times 8. That will be 40 because 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now part 2, find an expression in terms of t for the number of short line in t. If this was t, what will be this? So let's find the difference. Let's find the sequence. So in your first term, you take 1, you times 4, equal to 4. In your second term, you take 2 times 5 to get 10. If your third term, you take 3 times 6 to get 18. So as you can see here, what is this? This is 1 plus 3. This is 2 plus 3. This is 3 plus 3. As you can see, this is extra, but it is common every single time. And this is your term, which means if I have n here, it will be n times n plus 3. So this is your answer. If it was t, that will be t times t plus 3. So t plus 3. That will be your t term. And that was question number 5. Number 6, part A, we have ABC is a triangle with AC equal to 6 and BC equal to 9. So we have AB here. Let's find where is the point C. So we have to use our compass and our ruler to find the correct length of AC and BC. So first measure the length of AC. So AC will be about this. So that will be from point A, draw an arc. Let me draw this properly. This is your arc from A, which is 6 centimeter. Now for BC it is 9, so measure 9. That will be 9. So go to B and intersect the first arc. As you can see, we have a point of intersection here. This will be your point C. So Now we just have to join them to form the triangle ABC. Okay, question is measure the angle BAC. So BAC, find this angle. You have to use your protractor to do that. So go to the point A in the center. So this will be the line that will be about 75, 78. So I have 78 for my angle. If your answer is 77, 79, that is okay as well. That is okay. So part B, a rectangular field has dimensions 220 by 350. Correct to the nearest 10 meters. 10 meters is 10 meters. So let's draw this. We have a field and it is 220 by 350. So we have to find the upper bound for the area. Area is always length times width. So let's find the upper bound for the sides first. So let's write this down. So for 350, we have to plus minus 10 over 2. That will be 355 and 345. And for this one will be 220 plus minus 10 over 2, 225 and 215. So upper bound will be the max. It's the same, but that's okay. The max width will be 355 and the max length will be 225. So if you want to find the max area, you have to times the max times the max. 225 times 355. So let's use our calculator. 225 times 355, that will be 79875. 79875. Moving on to part C. So here we have the points PQRS lie on the circle set on this circle, and we have PQRS is a trapezium with PQ, this side is the same as this side, same direction. Now we have all these angles given to us. Question number 1, find PTS, give your reason for your answer. So PTS is where? PTS is this angle. So PTS will be equal to 66. So let's write this down. The reason is because since we have these two lines are in the same direction, the interior angle will be the same on both sides, because angle Q, PT and angle PTS are, you have to write alternate angles. So that's how you get your 2 marks. Now for part 2, find the angle PTQ. So PTQ, you have to find this one. So it's pretty easy. You can just do 180 minus this 2 to find this one. You will get, let's try this here, 180 minus 66 minus 35, you will get 79. Okay, that is 79 for part 2. Now, we also observe that since this and this are the same, it means that this is also equal to this. And this third one is the same as this one. Okay. Now moving on to question number 3. Complete the statements below to show that triangle PQT is congruent to triangle RTQ. Congruent means same. So first line, angle PTQ is equal to angle TQR. TQR. Now angle PQT is equal to angle QTR. And for this condition, the side TQ is the same. So TQ is equal to QT. It is common side in both triangles. So now we have triangle PTQ is congruent to triangle RTQ. The condition will be angle side angle, because we have shown that this angle and this angle are the same and the side in between are the same. So angle, side, and angle. So the included side are equal. Also the angle on both sides are the same. So as you can see, we have shown this. So it will be by ASA. These two triangles are congruent. And that is question number 6. Question number 7. The diagram shows the net of an open box of height 3. So the height is 3 of this box. So if this is 3, this also will be 3, 3. So the height is 3. Now, the area of the base of the box is 15 centimeters square. So the base is a rectangle. So the length is x, the width we don't know, but we know the area is 15 centimeters square. So how do you find area? Usually it's length times width will be area. So we know the length is x, so the width is w, so width will be 15 divided by x. So that's the width of this base, so 15 divided by x. Okay, now moving on is the total surface area. So area of the net is this. Show that A, which is the area. So what is the area of this shape? So we have this, 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 and this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shapes in total. So first we know the base. The base is given to us as A. Base will be 15 plus, what is the area of this one? It will be 3 times 15 over x, and times 2 because it is this and this. Now what is the area of this one? It will be, this is 3 and this is x, so 3 times x and times 2 because 1 and 2. Now we just have to simplify, so it becomes 15 plus, that will be 90 over x, so 3 times 5 is 45, times 2 is 90 over x, plus this one will be 6x. So as you can see, A is equal to 15 plus 6x plus 90 over x. So same as this, you will say shown as above. Now part B, Graham has one of these boxes. The total area of the net of his box is 65 centimeters square. Write down an equation in x and solve it to find the length of the base of box. So area is 65. So replace, we have 65 equal to 15 plus 6x plus 90 over x. So we can now bring this one over here. We will have 6x plus 90 over x. So what is 15 minus 65? That will be, so let's find out. 15 minus 65, that will be minus 50. So minus 50 equal to 0. So now if you want to get rid of this x, you have to multiply x everywhere. So that will be 6x squared plus 90 minus 50x equal to 0. So simplify, we bring this one here and this one will be here, plus 90 equal to 0. So when you see it says give your answer correct to 2 decimal place, it means we have to use the formula. So A is 6, B is minus 50, and C is 90. So what is the formula? It's minus B plus minus square root of B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. So minus B will be 50 plus minus 50 squared minus 4 times A, which is 6, C is 90, divided by 2 times 6. Simplify this inside. 50 square minus 4 times 6 times 90. That will be 3. So 50 plus minus 340 divided by 12. So let's find out. Now x can be two values. First one is 50 plus, so 50 plus square root of 340 divided by 12. That's the first value, which is 5.70. Ox can be 50 minus square root of 340 divided by 12. That will be 2.63. So we have two answers. Now you have to choose one of them. So which one can be the correct answer here? The length will be value of x, so you will choose 5.70. That will be question part B. So you of course have to leave the two answers here, but that's okay as well. Now let's move on to question number C. So C, we have A is this equation. Now we have to find the value of A when x is 8. So let's do that. So 15 plus 6 times 8 plus 90 divided by 8. That will be 74.25, which is 74.3. But you have to leave this in the, for exact answer, leave this one inside. Now for part B, draw the graph, this graph for 2 up to 8. So the first point is 272, so 2, that will be here. Second point is 363, so 363 will be here. Then we have 461.5, 461.5 will be, so this will be 61, that will be here. Then we have, no, it will be right here. Then will be 563, so 563 will be in between those two. And we have 666, it will be at this point. And 7 will be 69.9. 69 will be here, 0.9 will be about here. Now 8 will be 74.25. So 74 is here, and this is 75. So 74.25 will be about here. Okay. Now let's join all the points together. So let's make sure that it is a smooth curve, joining all the points together. So it goes to this point. Here we go, and that's it. So this is your answer for part 2. Now for part 3, it says Delilah has one of those boxes and the area A is equal to 68. Find the length and the width of Delilah's box. So where is 68? It will be here. You have to show that you have to draw the line. The line A is equal to 68 to find the possible values. That's the line. Equal to. So we have 1 point here and 2 points here, our intersection. So let's find the possible values. So here I have 2 0.4, here will be almost 6.5. So use a graph to find the length of and the width of the box. Usually you will go with the highest value, so the length will be 6.5 and the width is 15 divided by x, so 15 divided by 6.5, that will be what? That will be 2.31. 2.31 will be your answer for the width. So the reason why you choose this one is because according to the drawing, as you can see, the length is larger than the width. If you would choose this as the length, the width will be larger, so it would not make sense. You have to choose this one, so the length will be bigger than the width. That's why you choose x is 6.5. So that's it for question number 7. Question number 8. The grid shows triangle A and triangle B and rectangle R. So we have A, B, and R. Question number 1. Triangle A is mapped onto triangle B by a single transformation K. So we say A goes to B by a single transformation. So how can you make A go to B? So the first thing you see is that the shape is the same, which means it cannot be an enlargement, and the direction has changed, so it cannot be translation and it cannot be reflection. So the only possible choice, it will be rotation left. So now, how can you rotate A to B? So let's find out. If you rotate this by 90, you have the same as B, right? B was in this position, 4 and 2, down by 1, 2, 3, rotate, same, 4 and 2, down by 1, 2, 3. It means that the center of rotation will be this, and the degree will be 90 anti-clockwise. So the question is, find the matrix representing K. K, you know already, it is a rotation about the center and 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So let's find the vector, the matrix. So we have a trick that we use to remember the matrix. This is your first point, which is 1, 0. This is your second point, which is 0, 1. If you rotate this point by 90 anti-clockwise, this becomes 0, 1. Now if you rotate this one by 90 anti-clockwise, it becomes -1, 0. So your matrix will be 0, 1, -1, 0. Now part B, triangle B is mapped onto triangle C by a reflection in the y-axis. So now we have to reflect B onto triangle C by reflection onto the line y-axis. So how do you do this? You count 1, 2, so this will become 1, 2. This point, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be your triangle C. So just join all the points and label your triangle C as required. Alright, so now that will be part C. What does it say? It says triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by a single transformation L. Let's find L. So how do you map A onto C? So by observation, you can see that it is a reflection in the line, in this line. So 1, 2, 2.5, half, 1, 2. So it is a reflection in this line for A to become C. So let's write this down. So L is a reflection in the line. This is your answer for part C. Now part D, it says rectangle R is mapped onto S by translation -2, 3. So pretty easy. So R is here. You go to every point. So this is the first point, and it moves by the vector -2, 3. So from this point it becomes 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. This one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So here you go. Here this is your rectangle S. Just join all the points and label your rectangle for your mark. And this is S, and that is question number 8. Moving on to question number 9. The diagram shows a sector of a circle with radius 8 and angle 70. Question part A, find the shaded area. So how do you find this area? You first have to find this big area, and then you have to find the area of triangle. If you take this minus this, you get this. So let's do this one by one. What is area of the sector? We use the formula, which is area of sector is equal to, the angle will be 70 over 360 times pi r square. R is 8 square. So let's use our calculator. So 70 divided by 360 times pi r square 8 square, that will be 39.095. That's area of the sector. What is area of the triangle? This is also 8. So area of triangle will be half times sine the angle, which is 70, and times this and this side, 8 times 8. So let's do that. Half sine of 70 times 64. That will be 30.07. Okay. So now, what is the area? Area of shaded region, that will be this, 39.095 minus 30.07. So let's do this. So 39.095 minus answer, that will be 9.0248. So answer correct to 2SF, that will be, so I took to 2 decimal place, that will be 9.02. That will be your answer for part A. Moving on to part B, it says a piece of chocolate is in the shape of the prism, which is, this is part A, right? The prism in A. So A was, we just found out, that was how much? That was 9.02. That was the area of cross section. Now, the rectangle base of the chocolate is 16 by x. That's the chocolate. Now we say the piece of chocolate is to be placed in a box which is a cuboid of size 16 by x and 1.5. So which means it has the same length and the same width, and the height of the box is it is 1.5. We know that the box height will be 1.5. Now question is, show that the chocolate will fit inside the box. So when will it fit inside the box? So it will fit only when this height is less than 1.5. Yeah, so only then it will fit inside the box, which is of the length this, and 1.5. So let's find the length of this, the height. So how do we find this? So from the previous drawing, we have the triangle, and that was the cross section. This is the cross section, and we're looking for this height. We know the radius is 8, which means this length, this whole length is 8. So what is this length, right? So this is a right angle triangle. This angle will be 35, and we have to find this length to find this. So this will be, let's call it y. Y is equal to, let's call this s. Y is equal to 8 minus s. So let's first find s. So we have to use SOHCAHTOA to find the length of s. So we know the adjacent side. We are trying to find. So we know the hypotenuse. We are trying to find the adjacent. So we can use cos. So cos of 35 is equal to this side s over 8. So s is equal to 8 times cos 35. So let's find out. S is equal to, here we have to use the calculator. 8 cos of 35, that will be 6.55. So this height y is equal to 8 minus x, that will be 1.446. If the height here is 1.446, it is less than 1.5, so it means that it will fit. So by proving this is less than 1.5, it means it will fit in the box. Now part 2, these boxes are to be packed in a cartons in the shape of a cuboid. So now this box will be packed in a new box, and the new box has size 48, 4x and 24. So the length is 48, so this length is 48, and the width is 4 times x, and the height will be 24. That will be the shape of the new box, approximately, right? We know this box that we use to fit the chocolate has size x, length 16, and height 1.5. Right, so that is the box of chocolate we have to fit inside of this one. So how many of this one can we fit inside of this? So let's find out. This is 16, this is 48, so let's find how many can we stack in this direction. So 48 divided by 16, that will be 3. So we can put 3 of this in this direction. Now for this direction, x, 4x, we can put 4 in this direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the height, this is 24, this is 1.5. 24 divided by 1.5, we can put 16. So we can put 16 on top of each other in this direction. So in total we can put how many? 3 times 4 times 16 in this direction. That will be the number we can put. So times 4 times 3, that will be 192. And it is the last part of B. That was question number 9. Moving on to question number 10. A boat leaves A and travels 12 km to B. Now, the boat leaves A at this time and travels at an average speed of 15 km per hour, which means in 15 km takes it 1 hour to travel. Now we have to find out what time does it arrive at B. So the B is 12 km, so how long would it take to travel 12 km? That will be 1 divided by 15 times 12. So let's find out. 1 divided by 15 times 12, that will be 0.8 hours. How much is that? Times 60, 48 minutes. So it will take him 48 minutes to arrive at B. So time will be 10:25 plus 48. That will be 5 plus 8 will be 13. So 1, 11. So the answer will be 11, 13. Will be the time he reaches the point B. Now question point B. The bearing of B from A is 56. Now B is 2 km due west of C. As you can see. Now find the length of AC. So what is this length? So how would you find this length? So we have to observe and find what can we use for trigonometry to find this length. So this one is, you have to draw a drawing here at the point B. Draw a north line at the point B. Right. This is the north line. If this is 56, this will be 56. And this is 180. But since this is exactly due west of C, this will be 90 and this will be 90. So what is this angle? 90 plus 56, that will be 146. So angle ABC will be 146. So since we know the angle, we can use the cosine rule. So we would say cos of angle 146 is equal to 12 square plus 2 square minus AC square divide 2 times 12 and 2. So let's simplify. So we have cos of 146 times 2 times 12 and times 2, that will be minus 39.79 equal to 12 square plus 2 square minus AC square. So AC square will be equal to what? 12 square plus 2 square. You have to plus the answer. So plus, because plus 39.79, that will be 18.79. So AC will be square root of that. That will be 13.7. So this length will be 13.7 km. Now moving on to part C of 10. C is a cliff, is the base of a cliff, and D is the top. It is vertically above C, which means this is right angle. Now DC is perpendicular to BC, right angle. We have DC equal to 105. DC is 105, that will be 0.105 km. Now we have to find the angle of elevation of D from B. So we have to find this angle. Let's call this theta. So we have to use SOHCAHTOA. So we know the opposite side. We know the adjacent side, so we have to use tan. So tan of this angle is equal to 0.105 divided by 2. So this will be tan inverse of the answer. So let's find out how much is this angle. 0.105 divided by 2, and tan inverse of the answer will be 3.005. So your answer will be 3.0 degrees for the angle of elevation in this question. That will be question number 10. Number 11, part A. So the grid shows the line, so this is the line, 4y equal to x plus 2. Now, by drawing appropriate lines, indicate the region R defined by these inequalities. So the first line is x equal to 1, which is this line. Next line will be x plus y equal to 5. So let's draw this line. If x equal to 0, y is 5. If y equal to 0, x is 5. So we have 2 points. This point and this point, let's join them. And now the last line. If x equal to 0, y is equal to half. If y equal to 0, x equal to minus 2, which is not good. So let's first pull this point. 0 minus half. 0, that will be here. And then let's say if x equal to 6, y is 2. So 6, y is 2. So that is the line actually given to us already. Now, what is the inequality? So x needs to be bigger than 1. It needs to be on this side. Next one needs to be less than this. It will be on this side. And last one needs to be on top. So it means that this is the region that we require to shade. This is the region R. Now part B, A is the point this and B is the point this. Find the length of AB. So we can find the equation, which is, so we do y this minus this, 5 minus 3 square plus 5 minus 1 square. That will be square root of 2 square plus 6 square. 4 plus 36, square root of 40. If you want to simplify, that will be 2 of 10 units. Now for part B, find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB that passes to the midpoint of AB. So first let's find the midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB will be minus 1 plus 5, which is 4 over 2. 3 plus 5 will be 8 over 2. So midpoint is 2 and 4. That's the passing point. This is the x and this is the y coordinate. Now let's find the gradient of the line AB. So gradient of AB, so we will do y2 minus y1, which is 5 minus 3, divided by x2 minus x1. That will be 5 minus 1. That will be AB, so 2 over 6, which is 1 over 3. So which means the gradient of this line will be minus 3. Now since we know this and this, we can find the equation. So y minus 4 x minus 2 equal to minus 3. Cross multiply, y minus 4 equal to minus 3x plus 6. So y equal to minus 3x plus 10. So this is your answer for part 2. And this is your last question of this paper 2. If you have any questions or requests, please leave a comment down below. And on this note, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.